Hello, peasants of YouTube, and welcome to another That's Just Joe live. Hey, Derpy Entertainment, nice to see you again. We are today, hopefully, well, I don't think it's going to be today. It's going to be soon. Probably tomorrow. Currently, I'm in the UK, and it's 20 past 8 at night, 8:18 p.m. to be specific. But we are having some breaking news coming in concerning the DC Studios announcement. As we all guessed, James Gunn would be leaving it to the very last moment, and it sounds like we are, to the public, getting the official announcement tomorrow. But what is happening right now is a lot of press have been invited to the Warner Brothers lot, and for a private conference, that's right, Derpy, to be told the news. This is usually the thing anyway. This is to prepare the press for when the official announcement comes out. I'm hoping this is a filmed panel or a filmed event, so we can all experience it. Again, Kevin Feige did this in 2016 when he announced Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2, as it was known back then. And but this is from the direct new DC superhero movie slate announcement date reportedly revealed. It's been coming from all areas, to be honest. I don't know why my camera's paused, by the way. So just just ignore that. Oh dear. Of course it's paused. Anyway, who cares? So it's coming out of different sources. Start off, Matt Ramos, who we all know as Soups, has said the DC announcements are dropping on Tuesday. A lot of people were saying that this was false information because the account he got the information from was false or faked or something along those lines. But it does seem like it's going to be happening. Let me just do this quickly, because this is going to be easier for me. There we go. I've got all the assets there, so your comments come up and everything. But so the press are getting there on the Warner Brothers lot. It should be happening around now or the next hour. But it's a private event, and it will be made public tomorrow. If you're from the UK, I'm guessing in the afternoon or the evening, the news will hit the waves and everything. But a journalist called Humberto Gonzalez, who I know is quite a popular journalist amongst the superhero fandom and everything. He does provide a few updates and everything. But DCU guy, DCU World here, has shared this information that he uploaded to his stories that he's on the Warner Brothers Studios lot in his Tesla, by the way. Someone's put, I really think DC should wait until Comic-Con. Nah, we need this news now. James Gunn said January. I don't think he's going to announce loads. I think he's going to announce little pieces and everything. But yeah, this is the press going to the Warner Brothers lot, where they'll be in a private function getting the news to start off with. A few more tweets came out from other accounts I follow that are pretty spot on. Caleb Williams, Night Gambit, posted this. Trades are headed to a private DC Studios event now about the future under Gunn and Safran. Information will be released tomorrow publicly. So it's not happening today, hence why my title is James Gunn DC Film Slate Announcement Soon. I will hopefully be live streaming my live reaction to the news tomorrow. Obviously, I've got James Gunn's notifications ready on my phone and everything. So as soon as I see any notification come through and it starts with DC, I will be running up here, going live straight away, no delays, and we will get into it. I'm excited. I did a prediction video earlier today, which you can go and check out on my YouTube channel. Give it a like, give it a comment. I'd love to talk about what you all think is the future of DCU. But there was some other breaking news today, which came out just after I recorded that video, which I'm kind of annoyed about. Sorry, I'm trying to find it at the moment. God, I'm butchering this guy's name. Well, basically, David Bautista, I think that's how you pronounce it, talked during the press interviews for Knock at the Cabin. But he has just recently, he was basically saying he had a chat with James Gunn. He finds it interesting that he's rebooting the universe and everything. But is he? This is the question. So we were all like, oh, there we go. He's completely rebooting it, apart from the Batman, apart from Joker and all that. But this is again from the direct. He has retracted his comments on playing Batman villain. I've had conversations with James about it, but I think the direction he's leaning in, completely rebooting that whole universe. He's talked about Bane quite a bit. So his casting is no longer on the cards, basically. He's definitely not going to be in it. So his comments about James Gunn rebooting the universe is pretty spot on. So I've just made a mistake there. I thought that was him saying, "Oh no, what I said about James isn't true and everything." But looks like the reboot is happening by the sounds of it. So yeah, that was a bit of breaking news today. So that sounds like it's still a possibility. Yeah, DC presentation going live tomorrow. I'm seeing lots of tweets about DC Studios at the moment. Let's go to the comment section. Derpy Entertainment, it's official tomorrow, but there's private conference going on soon today about the slate at Warner Brothers today. Information will be released tomorrow, confirmed. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. I thought I'd just do a quick live in case anybody wants to bounce in and talk about this. I know a lot of people are hungry for news and everything, and you never know, maybe something will drop. You never know. I don't know how they know this schedule. I guess it's how the press works. You know, give them 12 hours or something until they can do it. Someone needs to leak it, man. I don't know. I mean, if someone just leaked the information in an article, it'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. But if it's like a proper presentation James Gunn and Peter Safran are planning to release, I would be ecstatic. Like, it'd be better experiencing it like you would at Comic Cons and everything, with the title cards coming up. And I mean, I do want to add another thing to my theory thing that I posted earlier today. And there's two things. First off is the setting of the DC universe, that Gunn, if it is being rebooted and everything. And I posted this tweet earlier today, basically saying, I swear if Gunn sets the projects in the 30s, 40s, I will love him. DC is beautiful in the golden age. I mean, I'd just love to see a period setting superhero universe. Would it entice audiences? That's probably the risk, but I think it would just look really beautiful. You get the right directors, right set designs, right costume designers. It could look really beautiful, man, that DC universe. I've just been waiting for 14 years. God, what was it 14 years ago? God. Wow. The other thing I wanted to talk about to add to my theory plate, apart from the period setting, is how... oh my God, I've forgotten completely. Oh yeah, I think they might announce who the new Superman is. I think that's a possibility. I think they might have cast the new Superman, but Gunn did say he's still writing the script and everything, and then casting happens and that, so he probably still hasn't finished the script. They just know they're doing a Superman movie. That's been confirmed. But if they do drop that announcement who the new Superman is, it'd be amazing. I still remember when Andrew Garfield was announced as Spider-Man. It was the most awkward press conference I've ever seen. It was the first ever press conference I probably saw. I was really young when that came out. About 10 years ago now, isn't it? 2012, 11 years ago, 13, 14 years ago, it was probably announced Andrew Garfield was Spider-Man. I've just been waiting 14 years. The Dark Knight and Iron Man. Yeah, God almighty, 2007, man. 2007, that was a bloody good year. I remember that being a really good year for me. Seeing The Dark Knight and seeing Iron Man. I did enjoy Iron Man, by the way. I thought it was fantastic. James Gunn is trending on Twitter at the moment. Or just the word gun. And DC Studios is not in my that's recommendations. That is what is trending right now because everyone is talking about it. So I think you're right, Derpy. I think something it was 08, sorry. It was '08. Sorry. '08 was a good year. Sorry, I completely went blank. What was '07? Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 was '07. Ghost Rider, maybe? Was that '06? I can't quite remember. Oh, I'm getting worse, man. It's very exciting, all this. Everyone's panicking online. Like, please tell us, because we still got to wait. This is the thing. The press are going to know before us. There's going to be some press people who aren't into it as much as we are. But there is definitely some press there that are like, yeah, I get to know what's happening first. I'm expecting like 5 or 6 projects being announced. It needs to be a good lot, it does. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have to stay up late. I don't know what the time. What is the time where you are, Derpy? What is the time? Because if they're saying tomorrow, to me, I mean, this is really stupid to type, but USA time now. If I just put USA time, so Washington DC, it's Transformers. Lol, the Transformers. Oh my god, I actually liked Transformers. When I saw that in the cinema, I was completely amazed by the VFX and everything. I thought it was a fantastic film when I first saw it. But look at that! I've just paused on the screen, man, from when I was setting up earlier. And this camera's not going to last as well, so it might be a quick stream. Let me see if I can reboot this, by the way. There's usually a way of doing it. There's a knack, because I'm going to have to switch camera eventually. So that's my cam link. So that's me again. So let's deactivate and then activate it. There we go. And let's get the high quality settings off. I'm going to turn off my 4K camera, because oh god, seriously, the battery just goes so quickly. I've bought a dummy battery, but it isn't here. 3:30, sir. 12:30 on the west coast now. Okay, so it's 12:30 on the west coast. GMT 6, Greenwich, GMT 6 day. So in Washington, it's 3:29. So it's half 3. So half 3. Are you saying 3:30 p.m.? So it's 3:30 p.m. 12:30 on the west coast. So is the west? Yeah. So that's where Warner Brothers is, isn't it? 12. Yeah. So I would believe. I mean, if it's 12:30 there and it's 8:30 here, we're probably gonna get. I'm probably gonna get the announcement about 1 p.m. tomorrow, so I'll definitely make sure I'm around. I mean, what's the time? 1 p.m. tomorrow, so it's half 3, West Coast 12:30, and you're 3 hours ahead. So I'm guessing midday your time. I'm guessing midday. So 3, 11, 20. Sorry, I'm trying to count. When this basically, I have to get up at 9 a.m. anyway. I do anyway, and I need to be at the stations, at the battle stations, ready for the news. I think this is going to drop quick, and if there isn't a video presentation, it is going to spread like wildfire. So maybe midday after, yeah. That's usually how it happens here in the UK. Like, when news comes out, it's not till later in the afternoon, like when it comes from American press and everything. What time tomorrow is it for you? So if it's midday, let's say it's midday your time, it will be 8, 7, 6, 5, about 4 or 5 p.m. So we won't get the news till later. That's the usual. What time is it now? It's 8:32 p.m. Which is crazy. And that's what I mean with, this announcement thing is happening at this time. That's why I want to stay up late and just make sure nothing comes out whilst I'm sleeping. But I'm usually up till like 2 a.m. anyway. But this is very exciting news indeed. I'm kind of happy the announcement's hopefully coming soon. Sorry, I'm trying to charge my bloody camera and it's not charging. 1 second. Oh, it's charging. Is that charging? Yeah, it's charging. What time tomorrow is it? What time tomorrow is it for you? What time is it now? So 5 or 6 p.m. UK time if they do it at noon or 1 p.m. Yeah, it depends really. I mean, if something leaks, if something quite major leaks, the press usually go, Warner Brothers will go, let's just release the whole thing. That's kind of how it happens. I mean, Variety did leak information about, what was the film? Was it Zack Snyder's Justice League? Or was it Spider-Man No Way Home? I think they leaked a bit of information during the preview screenings and everything. Just want to show this beautiful art that Sabrina Nightwain's just shared on Twitter, actually. It's really beautiful. I'd get this printed, definitely. Look at that. Oh, go back to that now. Delete all this. Sorry. Is it? I'm not prepared, as you can tell. I'm not prepared. I need to be more prepared tomorrow. But apparently that's a leak if we need it, James. I mean, James might leak it. James might leak it. But look at this art anyway. This is by Danielle Otracchi. Beautiful art, that. Love it. But yeah, as you can see, I haven't got the lights on at the moment. Actually, I'll turn them on. I'll turn them on for the action figures and everything. We'll get some music going in a minute. I'm not going to stay on long, but just going to stay for another half an hour or so and see if any more announcements come. But that's the Batman collection behind me. That's DC Universe, and then Marvel on the other side. And the collection just goes on and on, by the way. If it's midday, we need to get a bunch of people for a huge panel tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of giving Zach Talks Movies and everything a shout. And I'll show his YouTube page. It's really good, and we made contact recently. I think it's Zach Milne. We talked to each other. We DM'd each other and were just like, hey, we should definitely do a video together in the future, because he's been really supportive of the page and everything. And but this is him. Definitely go and follow him and subscribe and all that. He's got some great content out there. He does a lot of live podcasts and everything, which are really interesting. Definitely go and check it out. So yeah, maybe I'll get him in on the conversation. The only problem is that his time zone is very different from mine, and he has to work and everything, and so do I. Like multiple channels together that are fans of James Gunn DC. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be channels bashing his announcements. There's no doubt about it. People aren't going to like stuff. I might not like it. You know, we might not like it, or I might not like it. So, but again, it's my personal opinion and everything. So, but I'm very excited about this news. Again, if you haven't, check out my YouTube channel for that latest video. DC Studios Film TV Slate Predictions. It's got quite a few views already. Bloody hell, that's spreading like wildfire. Again, I just want to say to people, if you're watching back and everything, thank you so much for 184 subscribers. I did not realise we'd get near to 200 this quick. It feels like only yesterday I was celebrating 100. It needs to be announced similar to Marvel though. Yeah, definitely. I'll try and get it up. But I remember these videos coming out slowly but surely. But it was the Phase 3 announcement Kevin Feige was doing. Sorry if that was loud. Sorry. But he was like, this is from Marvel Studios Movies YouTube page, by the way. But he was like doing announcements, and there wasn't live recording and everything. Everyone was using their phones and so on. And he was announcing Phase 3, and like all the title logos came up, and you know, it goes to dark. That microphone is broken, by the way. But I feel like this is what's happening at DC at the moment, at Warner Brothers. Yeah, is it 2014? Did I get the date completely wrong? 2016. I did say 2014. Man, I thought it was 2016. I don't know why I thought it. Of course, Doctor Strange came out in 2000. 17, 16, 17. My dates are just not adding up at the moment. Big rip on Thor rest in peace on Thor Ragnarok. Oh yeah. The Slate. I love the Captain America Serpent Society. That was hilarious. So maybe Gunn will do something. And look, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, little baby Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Thor Ragnarok, which was completely not the film they intended, by the title card and everything. But I think it's gonna. Oh no, God, Inhumans. Their answer to the X-Men. That was hilarious, to be honest. Didn't go well. But yeah, so hopefully, I'm going to just check Twitter again. Doesn't seem to. Should we get some music on, by the way? Sorry. I usually put music on my streams. I've just been really bad lately. Just putting a little bit of background music. Of course, my Spotify's not working when I need it to. I really want to be surprised what he's announcing. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, kind of, so, yeah. But I feel like I will be anyway. Like it won't be obvious. That's not too loud, guys, is it? I can never tell with these videos. Is that too loud, Derpy? I hated Ragnarok. I enjoyed it personally. I thought it was great and I thought it was different, but Love and Thunder was very disappointing. Sounding a bit loud, the audio now. Calm down, audio, calm down. I hated Ragnarok because of the amount of jokes, but I thought the jokes were cool. I thought they were pretty cool. Not all of them, but yeah. My cat just made a very loud noise then. Is that loud? I'm going to have to check it back on my phone. It's the only way to check back. Can't even hear it. How weird. Cat. Oh, don't put it on the desk. Oh. Sorry, just talk to my fiance and my cat, who doesn't want to be up here. Hi, no one. Just talking about the DC news coming out. Hopefully today, but doesn't sound like it anymore. A bit confused why my audio isn't working. I think I know why it is, by the way. There we go. I found out the reason. The reason. Because on the wrong track. There we go, guys. Let's get some music on. Should be able to hear it now. Just gonna chat back before we keep talking. Yeah, sounds alright, doesn't it? Turn it down a little bit more. But yeah, to be honest, I need to listen to this as well. Keeps me going. There we go. Whoa. I am excited for this news. Home of DCU, which is a great Twitter to follow. You should definitely watch it. Or follow it. Watch it, follow it. I keep saying the wrong things for each platform, but just know we're about to get one project that's out of nowhere. That's James Gunn for you. I completely agree. I think he's going to drop something maybe we don't even know about. Like, as in, we don't really know much about. We're like, huh? What? Why are we doing that? Diana Wonder Woman animated has done a list here. What I think we'll get, first few: Gunn, Superman, Green Lantern, Checkmate, World's Finest, Gotham City Sirens, Lobo Show. Gotham City Sirens, that's a good shout. What I want: a new Superman, a new Batman or World's Finest, new Wonder Woman, the Trinity, if there's space, Flash, Green Lantern, Justice League. I think we have to lead up to Justice League, I do. I really think we have to lead up to Justice League. You cannot just do 3 films and say, oh yeah, by the way, there's these other characters. Oh, so you run home of DCU? Oh, so you run home of DCU? What does that mean? Hi, Longy, is it? I'm arriving right now. Are there anything already? Nothing's come out yet. Apparently it's not going to be until tomorrow, so Tuesday. I think we're not going to get anything today. But, you know, leaks do happen, unfortunately. I don't know if I'll go into them if they come up. I'll tell you if they come up, maybe. But yeah, there's a lot going on. Matt Ramos, who you probably all know as Soups, tweeted this. Right now, Warner Brothers is hosting a presentation with James Gunn and Peter Safran exclusively to the press. Tomorrow, the announcements will drop through the outlets. Be ready. The problem is that if any of these press members leak anything that's quite big and substantial, they will release the press release when that happens. It's just kind of what happens. They won't try and keep their lips sealed. Maybe he says something at night. Yeah, that's what I'm fully expecting as well. I'm thinking he's going to say, like, get ready for tomorrow or something, but it is Gunn. He likes to surprise. So, someone's commented, I haven't ate or slept all month. He needs to hurry. Hurry up, boy. It's true, though. James Gunn. Come on, man. He's a teaser. He was like, yeah, January. I'll tell you in January, guys. I'll tell you in January. It's the end of January. We really thought we'd get it mid-January. Or as a New Year's present, but it didn't happen. But yeah, Longy, maybe he should say something at night. It's trending on Twitter, though. Anybody got any good predictions? What will happen to Snyderverse Cavill's Superman universe? We can't be sure, Nawin. Is it Nawin, by the way? Let me know how to pronounce it. Nawin. Can't be quite sure. But it is rumoured that James Gunn plans to reboot the DC universe completely, apart from Matt Reeves' The Batman universe and Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, and possibly others, but Cavill is done as Superman, as you probably know. The Snyderverse supposedly ends this year with Aquaman 2, The Lost Kingdom. We're still getting Shazam, The Flash, and Aquaman this year. I think, even though this rumour kind of states a DCU clean slate, I think Peacemaker will still happen. get over it. I don't think he's getting annoyed, Derpy. Don't worry. Do you mean get over the Snyderverse? I've been very vocal before. I thought there was very little that worked in the Snyderverse, and I thought a lot didn't work. But I think yeah, Snyderverse. Yeah, I think the problem is that Zack had something awful happen to him. He was pushed away from the studios. They messed it up, and then the films going forward messed up. It just didn't. Nothing worked. There was no connective tissue, and it's not all about that. It has to be good films. And what I was really happy to see when Joker was announced, and I saw Joker, was it was completely different, and it wasn't part of the cinematic universe. It was very much its own thing. Even though they're making a sequel, which I'm not 100% on board for, but I'm very excited to see it nonetheless. But I think, yeah, the Snyderverse sounds like it's going away. They literally put a guy in charge after watching 300 of Watchmen. I never thought Snyder was like the head of the DC sort of look. I never thought that when he joined. I always thought Man of Steel, I thought it was a great film, but I never saw Man of Steel and said, oh, they're going to do a cinematic universe from this. When Batman v Superman was announced, it was like, they're pushing it. I was very excited, and then Ben Affleck was cast. I was like, what? And then you saw the costume reveal, and I was like, whoa. And yeah, so it's kind of, it's been a bit of a mess, but I mean, some of his direction is fantastic, but I think it only works for certain films. Man of Steel, it worked. The design on Man of Steel is fantastic. I really liked Man of Steel. Batman v Superman was just awful. I think that's the first time I've ever seen a comic book movie and been genuinely disappointed walking out of it. Remember, I was a kid before when all the other films came out, like Dark Knight Rises, the Spider-Man films. I loved Spider-Man 3 when that came out in 2007. So I couldn't believe how bad Batman v Superman. And then Justice League, I knew it was going to be bad going in because there was just so many rumours that a lot have turned out true, some not clarified, but yeah, it's that thing. I thought Man of Steel was decent by the tone towards the end, not it. The end of Man of Steel... It's funny, the end of Man of Steel is basically that last 5 minutes in the Daily Planet. That is what we're going to see in James Gunn's Superman. It is basically, you could watch Man of Steel and then watch James Gunn's Superman. It would probably connect quite well. So you can forget about Batman v Superman. I would bring back Snyder for action and visual direction, but writing, directing, God no, keep him as far away from that. I don't think Snyder is a strong writer. I think a lot of people talk about how he's really strong writer or something, and I completely disagree. I think some of his stuff is... The God aspect and everything, it worked in Wonder Woman. It works in Man of Steel. Batman v Superman, Justice League. It just doesn't work. Zack Snyder's Justice League... It was better, obviously, but 4 hours. Come on. It was never going to be in a cinema like that. Even if Zack stayed on and they would have had to do a cut down. You can't show a 4-hour cut of a film at a cinema. No one's going to go and watch it. But I can agree with you, Derpy. Bring back Snyder for action and visual. Narwin, do you think we will see a new DCU universe in upcoming Flash movie? That's a really good question. I don't think so, because I think they will want to separate it. This is just me guessing, so this isn't news, but I think they'll want to keep it separate. I think they're definitely going to refer back to past projects, like the Nolan-verse, like the Burton-verse, obviously, with Keaton returning, like the Christopher Reeve Superman, and the all god-awful Flash TV show. I think they'll refer backwards. I don't think they want to look forwards in the Flash movie. And I've heard the Flash is done. It's pretty much done, and it's been expensive. Hey, Zach! Hey, welcome, man. It's good to see you. Zach, what do you think the chances are they announce the new Superman as well? As in the actor? If I had to do it percentage... I'm going to say 45. I'm going to say 40-45. I think they have to have something. They can't just be announcing films, but they could be. This is the thing. It's so early, and Gunn has obviously been talking about how he's still writing the script, and casting doesn't happen until a script is done. But remember, there's loads of different drafts you do and everything, and you know, Gunn and Safran, and we have to remember Peter Safran is involved. Like, he's the business brains of it. Gunn is the creative of the duo. They're basically Batman and Robin. When you think of it. But I think there's a 40% chance the new Superman could be announced tomorrow. I do. I know what Gunn says about the script and everything, but people lie. They do. But thanks, Zach, for your comment. Derpy was better, but 4 hours exactly. Yeah, it's just... I couldn't do it. Dustin, when will announce be? Apparently, Dustin, the announcement is going to be tomorrow, so Tuesday. If you're in the US, probably about midday, the announcement, the press will drop. But the press are currently at Warner Brothers watching a presentation with James Gunn and Peter Safran with their Slate or chapter. Don't know why we keep calling it Slate. So probably tomorrow, but I'd keep an ear out. But thanks for your question, Dustin. Derpy, 10% chance for castings at this point. Fair enough. I'm just going to say 40 because it's James Gunn. He just surprises you sometimes. Narwin, will you like if DCU have comedy tone like MCU? It's a really good question again. Got some great questions, Narwin. It depends. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Gunn's humour. I thought some of it didn't work in The Suicide Squad, but there were some funny moments. I think at the end of the day, Gunn's not writing every single project. He's overseeing them. I don't think he'll go too far. With Superman especially. That is such a... You cannot mess with that character. As much as I don't find Superman really appealing at the moment, Gunn might be able to change my mind and make me go, huh. But thanks for your question. Zach, what is your biggest hope to come out of the announcement tomorrow, Joe? By the way, new set and stream looks great. Oh, cheers, man. Yeah, I haven't got the other camera on at the moment because I haven't got my dummy battery for it, so it's just died. But yeah, thanks, man. I've got the Batman shelf here, DC Universe shelf, the Marvel Legends shelf. But I'll do a new room tour video soon, definitely. But cheers, Zach. But what's your biggest hope to come out? I'm kind of hoping they announce, because I think it'll be a bit controversial, I'm hoping they announce a Batman film. I really do. I hope they announce that Robin's in it. Because oh my god, so many people that aren't fully on board with James Gunn's DC slate already, and we know nothing really. I just got to jump on that. Like, oh, Robert Pattinson's better. That's going to confuse that. I think it'll be really interesting, and I think James Gunn's Batman, if you like, Batman and Robin, will be really different from what we've seen in the past decade or so, definitely. Even though Rob Pattinson's great as Batman, and he is one of my favourites, I do feel like we've had the same sort of character for the past 20 years. And it's definitely been reinterpreted and everything, but he's just... I'd like to see a different tone to Batman. So my biggest surprise, the biggest hope is a Batman project announced. I don't believe that will happen. I think he'll hint to it, but you won't say, this is definitely coming. He's going to wait till Matt Reeves finishes the Batman trilogy. The TV shows can still carry on. And that's why I think Peacemaker's going to carry on. I think Peacemaker will carry on. But thanks, Zach. But thanks, yeah, I love the stream setup. Big shout out to my fiance. She did a fantastic job. Derpy, 95% for like 5 title announcements in the first chapter. Yeah, definitely. Derpy says, hey Zach, he may announce Superman nominations for actors. His choices so far, I don't think at this point he has his Clark yet. Yeah, maybe not. But you know, why is it taking Gunn and Safran so long? I know we've had Christmas and everything, but why has it taken so long? You have to get something that makes people bite. If you put this on BBC News, no one's going to react. If it's just title announcements and what's coming, I don't think the world will react. The world will react when a new Superman is cast. If they do Batman, it has to be Origin Tale to a degree, kind of like Arkham Origins. I've just been playing that recently, and it's a really great game. I'm really enjoying it because the MCU did that. Yeah, the thing I liked about kind of go back on myself. The thing I liked about Snyder's Batman is that we came into it when he'd been Batman for 20 years. I did kind of like that. So could we do the same thing we're doing with Superman and Robert Pattinson's Batman, that he kind of just already exists, or is that too? Or could Superman already be existing and the world's finest is? I don't know. He's got a lot of work on his plate, basically, James Gunn. And I think what I'm most excited about to you guys about the DC universe going forward is because Gunn is a creative. He loves directors and writers, and so he's done everything. I think what's going to be really interesting is we're going to get not just the same sort of film. So we're not going to get a Green Lantern that's like Superman and Batman and all these other projects Gunn's going to announce. I think there'll be some sort of narrative, there'll be some sort of tone set, but I think the director's going to have much more freedom than you get in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That has to happen. For it to separate itself from Marvel and be a completely different player at this point, it has to do that. The thing with the Snyderverse stuff was it was very rushed. It was very rushed, but the tone was there. But the tone was in every single film, and then they were like, "Oh no, we need to change this," but they can't quite shift out of it. If you watch Aquaman, it's very DC Snyderverse. It really is. But when you got James Wan directing and everything, it feels different. But you feel like you're held back by a tone. And like I said, there will be a tone to stay with and what you can and can't do. But I feel like Gunn and Safran are going to be like, you guys, do what you want. We'll watch from the side. We'll stop you if you go a bit too far. But I feel like it's going to be more creative. Every film is going to feel different. That's what I really want. I don't want to be relying on cinematic connections, even if it is based in the same world. Snyderverse was not good for the first time DC viewers. That is so true. When I think about it, my brother, who will remain unnamed, he is 12 currently. He's nearly 13. And he was, I'm going to say 7 or 8 when Batman v Superman came out. Is that right? He's probably younger than that, wasn't he? 6, 7, 8. He was young. He was a kid, basically. That was his first Batman in real time. The DC universe was his in real time. But weirdly, he hooked onto it because he had watched the other Batman films growing up and everything in the cartoons. I really got him into this stuff, by the way. So he got a bit too dark and everything. And Marvel, he is a fan of, but he's only a fan of certain characters and so on. But yeah, I completely agree. Snyderverse was not good for Man of Steel, though. I just feel like they need to have more films with variety. But this is the opportunity for DC now. They can have variety. They can have different tones in each film and styles of filming, and that's what they have to do. They can't keep with the Marvel formula we're all used to. I have to say, there's been a few Marvel films that kind of go the other way. You're like, whoa, I think Black Widow, the first half an hour of Black Widow feels completely tonally different. I was like, okay, they're doing it with this phase 4. They're making it different. But then the rest of the film turns into an MCU movie. You can't argue, though, because it is a Marvel film. You can't say it's bad because it's like a Marvel film. It is a Marvel film. But guys, keep the questions rolling in. Give me your theories and everything. I really want to know what you're all thinking. And I have to say, I'm really gutted by this news about Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista, that's how you say it, isn't it? That he doesn't think he can play Bane anymore. And obviously we knew a few years ago he marched into Warner Brothers and was like, I want to play Bane in Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I think a lot of us went, nah man, you're Drax, and I haven't really seen you act. But I have to say, ever since seeing him in Glass Onion and Army of the Dead and Blade Runner and everything, he is a fantastic actor. I think this guy is going to do some... and Dune as well. He's terrifying in Dune. But I think he'd be a great Bane. And he could add so many layers to it and everything. And be really interesting to see. So it's a real shame that he's not counting on it anymore. Because when you think of it, Tom Hardy looks nothing like Bane. But it's not about looks, it's about the performance. But he just has the upper advantage because he is huge. But guys, send in some more love. Send in some more chats. Let's talk about this. We could talk about other stuff as well, not just DCU. But Zach, if you're still here, man, I advertised your channel just earlier in the stream, but there's Zach's channel. Definitely go give a watch. Does some fantastic live streams. Unfortunately, they're not at the right time for me, so I have to go back and watch them sometimes. So, but yeah, I'd love to hook up with Zach at one point, and we can go into more depth about these this DC universe happening. But Dave Bautista, he's basically said Gunn is rebooting. I think my chat's broken. Hope it hasn't. Just no one's chatting. Just all staring at me. Show us your Batman collection. Here's the rest of the room, by the way. That's that. And then we've got this awesome little corner now. That's where the computer used to be. So exciting times at the That's Just Joe corner. Just going to check if there's any more news. Does sound like we're not going to get anything. I mean, it's only been like an hour. I mean, how long? 50 minutes. Yeah, nearly an hour since I jumped on. So who knows? Not seeing anything, not seeing anything. Is Matt Ramos at the bloody DC thing? But it does sound like tomorrow, guys. The announcements are coming tomorrow. Not gonna lie, I just saw this on someone's Twitter. This isn't a bad costume. I'd be happy. I'd be well happy. I'll be well happy with that. Oh, I just want to be in the room, man. I just want to be in the room. Obviously, the rumour mill has been reignited about Robert Pattinson's Batman joining the DC universe. And to be honest, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be. I know Matt Reeves is very, since the beginning, been like, this is our own Batman. He wouldn't work in a DC universe. He might. He might. Right, guys, I'm going to take a little break, but I'm going to get you up my latest YouTube video I put on. Just checking the time. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to stream until about 9:30, 9:45, and I'll probably call it a night. Obviously, if anything comes out, if the news breaks, then you can definitely expect a video from me tomorrow either way, because there'll be a video up talking about the Slate reveal and hopefully a live reaction. I'd love to do a live reaction, but it doesn't always work out. Hello, DC Comics fans. But what I'll do is I'll get this video loaded up for you. Gonna take a little break whilst this video runs, but this is just basically my DC predictions for the announcement that's happening possibly right now. And yeah, hope you enjoy. I'll be back in a minute. YouTube, and welcome to another That's Just Joe video. My name's Joe and that's about it. So in the next 24 hours we should be hearing what James Gunn's plans for the new DCU going forward are, but I thought I'd do a little prediction video. This is kind of playing it safe because it's right up to the last moment, but I kind of want to talk about what I think he's going to announce, what sort of projects are going to come to the forefront. It does sound like he's only going to announce a couple, not the next 10 years. Him and Safran have said they have planned out the next 10 years for their projects in film, TV, video games, but it sounds like they're going to announce a handful of projects. But let's get into what I think they're doing. So obviously Gunn has already confirmed this, but Henry Cavill will no longer be returning as Superman, which makes many people think he is doing a complete clean slate reboot for this DC universe, not moving forward with a lot of the already established actors playing the characters, apart from Matt Reeves' Batman universe and everything, that's all separate. But going forward, he is rebooting for the new DC universe. And one of those projects he first announced was a new Superman movie showcasing a younger Superman already working at the Daily Planet as a journalist and is already Superman. No origin story, just following young Clark Kent. Now this sounds very similar to Batman, the Batman. Obviously he was in his second year of being Batman, and I think it works, to be honest. We've had so many origins of Superman, so many origins of Batman, that I think it is better just to kind of throw us into it, create a bit of mystery. I'd like to see Clark trying to discover who he is and not knowing exactly where he comes from, why he has these powers. I think that'd be cool. Yes, that's been done before, but I think Gunn, who is writing the script right now as we talk, can do something way more interesting than past projects have done. So a Superman movie is definitely on the cards. I think it's going to be the first film to be released at this DC Studios event, if it is an event. We haven't had confirmation if it's going to be just tweets, like a series of tweets, a tweet thread, or it's going to be something like Nintendo Direct and a showcase like DC Fandom. I'm really hoping that is the case, that it is going to be something like that they've pre-recorded something already, or even a live event, invite the press along on the day of the announcements and tell everyone your projects, basically. But so yeah, this Superman movie, I am really looking forward to. Superman is probably one of the hardest characters to get right. I find him the most boring character. I think Cavill did a good job in some of the projects, but going like in Batman v Superman and both Justice Leagues, I just don't find his interpretation of Superman that interesting. So I'm very much ready to see a new Superman. Now, what's really important, and I think Gunn has also stated this in some way on Twitter or somewhere, is that the Trinity are key to the future of the DC projects. And I definitely think we're going to see Batman and Wonder Woman again, but again, played by different actors. And that's the other project I think they're definitely going to do, including Wonder Woman, but maybe in some other project that I can't think about. But I think Gunn is going to do his own version of Batman. Again, Matt Reeves' Batman will continue until that trilogy is wrapped up. Obviously, the Batverse is very important in Warner Brothers' plans and everything because it did very well, the last film. So going forward, they've got the Penguin TV show. There's a couple of other TV shows in the mix. And obviously, supposedly, another 2 films to come from Matt Reeves. But I think Gunn will do a new Batman film, potentially with Robin. I think that would be interesting. I think it will be a little bit lighter. Again, it will be Batman already being Batman and maybe discovering Robin. I don't want any of this Batman v Superman stuff. It doesn't make sense why 2 superheroes are fighting and everything. I think they could do a World's Finest where they just straight away work together and try to work together anyway. I'd love to see a World's Finest film, definitely. So if Gunn announces that in the next 24 hours, I'll be very happy. Now, going on to TV shows very quickly. Again, I haven't got many theories and everything, but this has definitely been confirmed. But it's in a bit of limbo at the moment, just due to what Gunn has been saying and obviously the rumours he's rebooting the DC universe. Is Peacemaker Season 2. So this was announced after the first season came out, that it was definitely happening. But this is obviously before Gunn and Safran took over and established DC Studios. I think it's still going to happen. And I think it's going to be kept separate from the DC universe, basically. So it's going to still be an Elseworlds thing, like Matt Reeves' Batman, like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I think it's going to be very much its own thing. I think it's going to be the last thing of the Snyderverse, if you like, that will be existing and gracing our screens. But I think Peacemaker, the first season, was a fantastic show. I think John Cena did a stellar job in the show, and I really, really look forward to season 2. If it's still happening, but I do think that is within his plans. Now, continuing on with TV shows and everything, there have been a few rumours that there will be an Amanda Waller TV series, but I don't think it's just a straight cut Amanda Waller TV show. I think she has some sort of involvement with a team, and the team I'm talking about is not Task Force X, but it's and Task Force X is obviously the Suicide Squad, but I think it's a new team that's established from that team, and that is called Checkmate. And Amanda Waller is the head, the leader of these guys. Basically, again, it's the same thing as Suicide Squad. It's just a separate division from Task Force X. Got that right this time. And it has had many characters be part of the team. It's had Green Arrow, Lois Lane, but obviously some superpowered characters in there. And one of them that Gunn has teased on his very own Twitter is Mr. Terrific. I don't think there'll be a solo Mr. Terrific film. I don't feel like the character has that much popularity, but hey, I didn't know who Iron Man was before I saw that, and I know that's Marvel, but I didn't know who Iron Man was, and he's like one of the most famous characters in the world right now. And so we'll see, but I do think it is going to be a Checkmate TV show. Now, another character that has been teased, and this is going to be my last guess. I feel like I've guessed too much and I've got it completely wrong. I do think Gunn's going to surprise us, by the way. I feel like he's going to surprise us like nothing with some of the projects. Some of them will be a little obvious, but I think some will be like, what? He's doing that? They're doing that? But one of them that has definitely been teased, and we don't know in what sort of format it will be done, is the character Lobo. Now, if you don't know who Lobo is, I don't really know him. I had to do a little bit of research before I did this video. But obviously it's been teased that Jason Momoa might be playing this role. I mean, look at him. He looks exactly like Jason Momoa. But he is a bounty hunter, an intergalactic bounty hunter that obviously goes after superhumans and anybody, really. He's absolute carnage. He's evil. And to be honest, he sounds like a very, very angry and evil Mandalorian. But this is what Warner Brothers could be seeing as a positive. Obviously, The Mandalorian is such a successful show set in the Star Wars universe. So imagine you could have your own Mandalorian, but based in the DC universe, going after these characters. Now, in terms of what sort of format Lobo might be appearing in, and to be honest, right now, I'm going to regret this, I think. I'm not going to say I'll eat my own shoe, but I think he is going to be the main villain in the first Superman film. We'll see. If not, he might be getting his own TV show, might be a video game. We don't know, but I really hope he's an interesting villain in the new Superman film James Gunn is planning. I hope that's what it is anyway. I think that'd be really interesting, apart from, because we've had Lex Luthor and who else? We had General Zod. We've done the usual suspects. So it'd be interesting to have a new character like Lobo, who looks absolutely terrifying and a bit dumbed down from the rest, like Brainiac and everything. But I'd love to see Lobo chasing after Superman through planet Earth to kill him, and then it could turn out someone's hired Lobo and it's Lex Luthor. No, it'd be someone far, far away, and it won't be revealed till the next 10 years. It might have been a Thanos sort of dark side character that's hired Lobo to do it, but why wouldn't Darkseid just do it, hey? He can do anything. Anyway, guys, that was my DC Slate theory video. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. But what do you think? Are you excited for this DC Universe slate coming out from James Gunn? Apparently it's being called Chapter 1. He's only going to announce a few projects, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video, and let's get discussing. Let's discuss the rumours and everything. I'd love to see the chat, and like the video, subscribe to the channel. May the Force be with you. It's the wrong film. Okay, and that was my video from earlier. Just realised I didn't edit didn't edit the ending properly. But that's fine. That's fine. Why not? Oh, where's our... There we go. It's live. Anyway, back to the comments. KR San, the time in India is 2:47 a.m. What time is it in your country? I'm currently in the United Kingdom, and it is nearly 9:20 at night. So it's about 9:18 p.m. It sounds like we're not going to get any news today, but you never know. James Gunn is a surprising man, I tell you that. He can drop some stuff at no moment's notice. He can tell us Yeah, quite a lot. So, so they're going to be revealing portions of the DCU slate tomorrow, according to One Take News. The press are currently at the Warner Brothers Studios lot with Gunn and Safran, who are announcing to the press right now their news. I didn't want to go there. Where did I want to go? I wanted to go here. Oh, and that camera doesn't work now. There we go. Boom. But yeah, God, it's just all technical nightmare. It's hard doing it on your own, isn't it? I don't know if Zach's still watching, but I don't know how you do this all on your own, man. But yeah, so One Take News is reporting this. Stallion on Twitter said the last DC reboot lasted a month, by the way. Obviously in reference to Black Adam, which I've still not watched. I've still not watched Black Adam. Me leaving the press event with James Gunn's new DC slate up my ass. Let's get that music back on, guys. Tell me if it's too loud, the music. It shouldn't be too loud. It should be fine. We should be fine. Guy 59, bounty hunters technically aren't villains. The good guys could hire them if they wanted to. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Lobo became a full hero at some point. I might be thinking of someone else. Oh, okay. I don't know much about Lobo. I think I said in my video I don't know much about the character. Yeah, but no, I completely agree. Lobo does look like some other character I've seen somewhere. That's a good point. I think he looks like the Crow. And bear in mind, Jason Momoa was actually supposed to play the Crow in a reboot film. If I get that up. And he literally looks like... Because obviously the rumour is Jason Momoa might be playing Lobo. But this is... yeah, I've got it right here. This is the photo. This is a leaked photo. I'm fine to show this because... It was announced years ago it wasn't happening, but this was the photo of Jason Momoa as the Crow during screen tests and everything, and it got cancelled. But you know, he's still got the same sort of makeup as Lobo, so maybe it's that. But if you're talking about specifically a bounty hunter, not off the top of my head, I can't think who it would be in particular, but I'm sure it'll come back to me at some point. But yeah, that's Jason Momoa as the Crow. Just checking Twitter for any news. Someone said Dave Bautista should be Doctor Strange, Hugo Strange. Well, he is a doctor, isn't he? So it is Doctor Strange. Chaos S-San, DC reboot was already planned. Yeah, so Black Adam. Wait a minute. Still haven't watched it, but I've got the DVD right here. Black Adam was supposed to be a soft reboot with the DC universe. So it's still the existing Snyderverse, but obviously it was going to be the reboot going forward, a soft reboot they call it, and they were gonna basically expand the DC universe from that. Henry Cavill was gonna come back as Superman and a potential Man of Steel 2. They were basically gonna carry it on, but they were gonna ignore everything that's happened in the past. And apparently this Flash film's amazing, and Keaton was gonna stay on as Batman, and the Flash would have rewritten time, so that would work and everything. But yeah, so that was the intention originally. Chaos San, so yeah, but obviously Black Adam didn't perform well. So I can hear a ticking noise. I think it's the music. But yeah, that was the original. Thanks, sir. No worries, sir. It is the music, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, that was the intention. By the way, I'm supposed to be doing a video on watching this for the first time, and I got it on DVD, which is not like me at all. I usually buy 4Ks, watch it in 4K, but I was like, I could do a first time watching, and I haven't seen it still. So yeah. Guy 59. They should put the Justice League of America and the Justice Society of America, Windstorm, Milestone, Charlton, Quality, Vertigo, and Shazam characters in their own universe until Crisis on Infinite Earths. Okay. I would have Wildstorm and Milestone show up after Crisis since they first appeared in the 90s and Crisis was in the 80s. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do the Crisis on Infinite Earth stuff. I think they were originally going to lead to that. I think that was Warner Brothers' big plan with going from Black Adam, is that eventually they do a Crisis on Infinite Earths and have all these known characters coming in from different multiverses. But the thing is, when you have a film like Spider-Man No Way Home come out already, and obviously the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars is going to be coming out, and that's definitely got to be a multiverse thing, I feel like they've missed it. I really feel like they've missed doing an Elseworlds thing. Obviously the Flash is going to be that, but again, I think they've missed the boat. I think the most exciting thing about the Flash, though, is that it's Michael Keaton coming back as Batman, and that's just too exciting. By the way, McFarlane toys, so you know these Batman DC toys I buy, they're from McFarlane, the range. There's been a few leaks recently concerning what they're releasing, and apparently they're bringing out a Michael Keaton doll, the 2 Flash variants, one in the Batman suit, one in the new Flash suit, a Sasha Calle as Supergirl, but also they're releasing a Batman 89 Batmobile, full scale, like huge, and the Batwing, and Ben Affleck's Batman with the Batcycle. So, I mean, the merch for that film is, you're gonna see me buy that stuff and review it. Kal-El. Here. Oh my god, the new Superman's here. Hashtag sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix. Now, I've actually been reading up a lot about this, and I still don't get why it can't happen, but I also understand why it can't happen. If that makes any sense. I think it's something to do. I think they could. Well, the thing is Batman Caped Crusader, which is the new animation show that was supposed to be coming out last year or something, and unfortunately it was going to be on HBO Max, but it's being shopped around different streaming services like Amazon Prime, Netflix, Peacock I think is one of them, but it's being shipped around, and they're having trouble shipping it around and getting buyers, but apparently it's amazing, and I think they're still in the early stages of the show. I think they've done a lot of voice work for it. I'm a bit worried that Kevin Conroy was the initial voice for the show though, so that might have held them up a little bit, but they are shopping the show around, but it's taking quite a while. I don't think they want to make an announcement until this like DC Slate comes out, or they'll make it another day. So, but with Zack Snyder's Justice League, I guess you're saying the Snyderverse to Netflix, so they can continue the Snyderverse characters, so Affleck and Gal Gadot and everything. If it was possible, I don't think Netflix would do it. I know Marvel did it with Daredevil and everything, but remember, these were very low budget shows. They weren't the quality and the budget of the Disney Plus shows, and Netflix wouldn't. I just don't think they would. Guy 59 had an idea for the second Justice League movie called Chaotic Crisis, something I just made up. It would adapt Crisis on Earth 1, 2 and 3, the Zatanna search, and have the Legion of Doom and Lord of Chaos. Oh, that's interesting. And I guess you mean a sequel to the current Justice League, the Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, Zack always had this plan that in the second one, it was going to be part 1, part 2, part 3 basically. It was going to be huge and lots of stuff were going to happen. I think there was going to be a multiverse story in the third one. But to be honest, I think the audience aren't fully on board. In the new universe, of course, okay. For the second Justice League movie called Chaotic Crisis. Okay, so it eventually leads to that. So apologies, Guy 59, no worries. Yeah, I mean, I think Zatanna is one character they'll definitely be bringing into the universe, because I think she's really interesting. The Legion of Doom, Lords of Chaos. Who are the Lords of Chaos? I know the Legion of Doom. Lords of Chaos. DC Comics. Lords of Chaos and Order are complementary group of fictional supernatural entities appearing in American comic books. This, and this. Oh, okay. Is that Ra's al Ghul? Lord of Chaos just posted. Just seeing who the members are. Dr. Chaos, Dr. Fate, Tanark Koth. Why did I think that was Ra's al Ghul? That looks exactly like Ra's al Ghul, the print. Hank Hall as Hawk. I mean, yeah, it's always good to try new stuff. I mean, it'd be a busy film though, that Justice League 2. It'd be very busy. Right, I'm sorry, I'm getting completely sidetracked now. I keep having to check Twitter. There's just nothing coming out though. People saying it might be a soft reboot, like with Black Adam and that, maybe. Lords of Chaos are enemies of the Lords of Order and Dr. Fate, who's in JSA on Earth 2. Quick question for you, Guy59. Have you seen Black Adam, and what did you think of the Justice Society of America? Because I'm very interested in those characters. I think that was what sold me on the promotion, weirdly. And also, what's your opinion on Dr. Fate? Because I think that's the main JSA leader, isn't it? Chaos San, if there is no reboot, then what will be the future of DC? I think the future of DC could be that some of these successful projects carry on, but what they can do different from the MCU, and actually what makes DC interesting, and they're doing it currently, is doing projects that aren't set in a cinematic universe. I think that's like... It's a no-brainer to me. I don't know why. I'm not fully with the we need to do a cinematic universe for the DC universe and everything. Why can't they just do what we used to do in the old days, where none of these superhero characters were connected, like, you know, Marvel, like they did Spider-Man and Hulk, and with DC, you know, Tim Burton's Batman, Superman Returns was, you know, it wasn't, there was no connection, and people went to see these films. Maybe not Superman Returns, but Batman Begins. The films work on their own because the creatives behind it, the directors and other creatives, just are good. I just don't know why they can't do a studio property that makes these superhero things that aren't connected. I just think it's more interesting, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure James Gunn will announce that we're getting World's Finest and Justice League and everything eventually, or tomorrow, and I'll be like, oh, do you know what? I love a cinematic universe. It's completely up in the air, to be honest. If it's a soft reboot, I think, yeah, obviously the Batman and Joker are staying, but if it's a soft reboot, maybe Shazam comes back. I don't think Shazam's happening. I don't. I think after all the controversy around Zachary Levi at the moment isn't really working out. No one Sharma is DCU Cinnamon of James Gunn now. No updates, hype from Warner Brothers, no marketing, no counter and all. I think the DC DCEU is the Snyderverse stuff and everything. No updates, hype from Warner Brothers, because they're trying to get people to go and watch the films that were already made and produced and everything before Safran and James Gunn created DC Studios. I think that's the other thing we have to remember, that DC Studios is a separate part of Warner Brothers now. It's definitely part of the branch. You know, Warner Brothers is the tree, the branch is DC Studios, but this is a new department. This is like Marvel Studios. It was never like this. With the Snyderverse and everything and previous DC films. This is completely different now. So is it a cinema of James Gunn? I think if he slows down directing, it won't be. It depends what directors and creatives he gets. I think they're going to be the stars, to be honest. James Gunn is going to make sure they do a good job and get recognition, and we'll see. Chaos San laughing. There's a future, don't worry. Guy59, I think Black Adam was shit, but I was interested it seemed more of that version of JSA. Dr. Fate didn't have to die. Though, spoiler, I haven't seen it. I don't know any spoilers from this, by the way. The only thing I know is the post-credit scene. But I don't know the story or anything, really, because all people talked about was Henry Cavill. Oh my god, he's back. Oh my god, he's back as Superman. It's like, oh god. Dr. Fate didn't have to die. They could have killed Hawkman and reincarnated him. Yeah, because I started reading the Hawkman Classified series, you know, the Black Adam tie-in comics, because I wanted to get to know the characters before I watched it, and that was never went to watch it, but I'll definitely be watching it soon. So but yeah, Dr. Fate didn't have to die. Could Dr. Fate come back though, because he is like mystical and everything? But apparently, yeah, I heard that Pierce Brosnan is brilliant in the film, and some of the JSA members, and I think the weakest was it Atomic Smasher, something like that. But I heard Hawkman is fantastic too, and they were planning a solo film, but this is with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's company, and he was going to make a cinematic universe of Black Adam without Shazam, which makes zero sense. To be honest, I'm not, even though I've got an action figure of him back here. Boop, there he is. I bought that before the film came out because I was actually getting excited for it. I don't like the man. I don't like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think he is problematic. And after all the Black Adam controversy started coming out about, like, did it make money, did it not, and everything, and he started talking about numbers and all this, and it was just like, it just sucks because it's just all business. And it is. That is it. It's a business. Hence why Gunn and Safran are coming in to refresh DC going forward. Warner Brothers Discovery has been so desperate for the Marvel formula as a joke. Disney ruined Marvel characters. I feel with DC on hold across all media, it's getting a reset into something grotesque, all for the eventful plan for DCU versus MCU. Okay, to answer that last one, Khalil, I don't think they're going to do a versus film anytime soon. I think that would be years and years in the making. But like you say, an eventful plan for DCU versus MCU could be possible with Gunn's connection to Marvel. But to be honest, Gunn wasn't very happy with Disney when they fired him, and then they brought him back for Guardians 3, and then he went, do you know what, DC want me, and everything. I think there was a lot of fighting behind the scenes. Not literal, but just like, I'm going to make Suicide Squad, and then I'm going to do DC. Warner Brothers Discovery has been so desperate for the Marvel formula. I agree. Back in the Snyderverse days, I think Batman v Superman onwards, that's what they were looking forward to. But now you have Gunn, who has done Marvel and has seen the holes in the cinematic universe over there. I think he could bring something quite extraordinary and different, and something we're not expecting, and make it different from all of those films. So I think that's something to bear in mind. I know people are going to be like, oh, Gunn's just going to do a Marvel thing, Guardians of the Galaxy, but he has seen the holes in the company and its projects and gone, this is what we can do different, this is how we differentiate ourselves from Marvel, and this is why we're better. And I think that's important in terms of business plan, and Peter Safran will be on top of that. He'll be like, yes. Guy 59, yeah, there's been multiple Dr. Fates, including Satara, father of Zatanna, but they're not the same character. They actually pulled off a live action OG Dr. Fate, and then they just kill him, the Queen of Wakanda. I have to agree, I was really gutted that the Queen of Wakanda was killed in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Did I even say that right? Queen, I forget her name, but Angela Bassett, she was fantastic in the film, but I was really I feel like the character of Shuri was already pushed by her brother's death and the invasion of Wakanda from Namor. I don't feel like the mother's death had to happen, but it had to show that she wasn't ready to be Black Panther. And then when she faces Namor, you see, oh, actually she has the heart of her brother and everything, and knows not to kill them straight away, and so on. We have some breaking news coming in. I don't know what this says. Let me just get translation up. And this is to do with DC, but it's not really to do with this Slate announcement. Someone's... I don't know if this is real. It might not be. It might be real. You never know. But DC Verso 1 on Twitter has said, my God, first image of Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix in Joker 2 Folie à Deux. And this is the image. Is it? I don't think it is. It might be. It might be. But they did put a clown there. It could be. I mean, the dog is in reference to Harley. That's supposed to be Harley. That looks nothing like Lady Gaga, by the way. Guy 59, I'm done with Marvel. DC only has one last chance. Fair enough. I'm one of those people that are just like, I can't give up on a franchise if it does bad a few times. And what Marvel's been really lucky at is that they've had a few projects on the go. So you have some things you like, some things you don't like, and yeah. Kind of sucks that this announcement thing's being held as a private press event. I think they could really make more of it. Again, I'm hoping they show a video of like the press event tomorrow, but I feel like it's just going to be all announced in the press now, which is a bit of a shame. Showtime and Paramount Plus will be merging into one streaming service with rebrand planned. I'm getting sick to death of these streaming services. I am getting sick to death of merging and this and that, and then you have to change this, and oh my god. Streaming services are the bane of my life. Guy 59, killing characters is just a lazy cop-out. It never has the same purpose or impact as, say, for example, when Gwen Stacy in the comics. Yeah, that's the thing about Avengers. Like, even though Coulson dies, but in terms of the main superhero people, no one died, and it's a fantastic film, great ending. I find hero sacrifices in a very early stages of their career and without any full development. Like Tony Stark, you have to develop that character before you kill him off. And I think Marvel has realised their mistake of killing Tony and getting rid of Steve Rogers. But at the end of the day, they had long stories, they had arcs and everything. I don't think planned arcs, but they got a story out at the end of it. So I kind of agree with you, Guy 59. KR Sam, why do fans fight over DC and Marvel when everyone knows DC is best 100? Yeah. I don't know why people fight over it, to be honest. I just like both, and I don't think you can go, yeah, but this character, Doctor Strange, is exactly like Dr. Fate, or the other way around and everything. It doesn't matter. Remember, back then, people were copying each other all the time, especially in the comic book industry. But in terms of like which one do you like most, if you were asking me, see, DC is lucky because in the 90s they were very popular with the Tim Burton Batman and everything. So that was definitely the one I got into at first. And then Spider-Man didn't come about until 2001, 2. So Batman. So DC is like my first superhero franchise love, definitely. But I don't know why people fight over it. Kalal, DC is best. Kalal, Marvel loses jokes. Look, you can choose whatever. If I'm in a bar and someone says DC sucks, Marvel's better, I'm not going to go, well, DC's better. I'm not going to do that. You can have an opinion. Blade is my favourite Marvel movie. Do you know what's really interesting, Kalel? Superman himself, is I've not seen Blade. I have never seen Blade. Apparently I have. Apparently I've seen Blade Trinity, which is the third one, with my sister, who is actually the reason I'm like this, by the way. She got me into more of these heroes and everything as I was growing up, and the Tim Burton Batmans. But Blade, God, yeah, no, I've never seen Blade. I've never seen it. I don't remember Blade Trinity, but I'm definitely rewatching them. I was hoping, I've got like 2 weeks off at the moment. I was really hoping to rewatch some or watch these things, especially Black Adam. I will watch Black Adam, but it is a pain in the ass getting up in the day and going, oh, maybe not today. Opinions. Exactly, Kalal. That's opinions. Like Chaos San said. That's your opinion. There's very sad news about this lady from The Last of Us. It was very sad. Taken way too soon. Can we get some toasters tweeted? And this is another person that kind of leaks stuff and everything. But they've put a tweet out saying, I think it's obvious we're getting a Trinity reboot, maybe inspired by the animated Tomorrowverse. What I'm really curious about is the obscure characters, Justice League Dark, Milestone Properties. Very excited for tomorrow. Okay. They're not going to do a Justice League Dark. I just don't see them doing that. I don't want to see Last of Us spoilers. Let's get off that screen. Guy59, love Marvel and DC. They're both just drastically different. Marvel's more realistic and down to earth, where DC is what I'd imagine Star Wars to be if they are godlike aliens and vigilantes. I think Green Lantern and the Legion of Superheroes could actually be the next Star Wars. You're completely right. I mean, Marvel at the moment is the next Star Wars to a lot of people. My Marvel was, my Star Wars was Lord of the Rings. I didn't get as obsessed with it, if you like, when it first came out. I had the toys, I had everything from Lord of the Rings, but growing up I didn't really stay put, and The Hobbit didn't do it any justice as well. But yeah, I think there is a big chance that these franchises could become as big as Star Wars. Obviously we know Star Wars is kind of, I love Star Wars, but it's not. What was special about Star Wars is that you would get a film every 10 years or so, or a new trilogy or something. And now Star Wars is every year, and I loved the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I love The Mandalorian. I just think there's so much Star Wars, but I feel like they've slowed down. I haven't watched Andor yet. I'm really wanting to watch Andor, but it has to be a binge day. I have to watch it all in one. It's all there, and that's what I planned, but I still haven't done it. Have you seen the trailer for the new Batman animation from Kalel? No, I haven't. Should I watch it now? Is this like one of the last DC animated things they're doing? It's called Doom something, isn't it? The Doom that came to Gotham, is that it, Kalel? Let me know, and then I'll watch it. Came out 10 days ago, so it's probably that. But there is a few other things. Guy59, I think. Yeah, sorry, I've read that already, haven't I? Chaos Sand, Guide 59, 100% sure. The Doom that came to Gotham. Yeah, I'll give it a watch now if you want, Kalel. Let's give that a watch quickly. I'm going to go in a minute. I'm going to go in about 10 minutes, but I'll stay on the stream just in case. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to exit and some big news is going to drop about the DC announcements, but thanks to Kalel, Superman himself, let's watch the Batman, the Doom that came to Gotham trailer.
Doom. The great Doom is coming.
The sins of the Father are heaped upon the Son.
You have no clue the power this book possesses.
I know those who seek it mean to do this city harm.
Before it can be truly saved, Gotham must be burned to the ground.
As always.
Talking dead folks, reptile plagues, it's not natural.
It's a cult that has long ties to Gotham.
Spirit, come to us now.
I can't pretend to know exactly what I'm about to face, but I do know that I must stop it.
We mean to give this city purpose and honor the damnation which bore it.
Mercy.
What did this?
Master Bruce, what's happening to you?
What needs to
This looks good, man.
Bruce Wayne must die. And through death, become this city's savior.
Hello, Bruce. Can't be.
Daddy! Daddy's here! Okay, look out for it on digital 4K and Blu-ray. So is it out already? I have to say, that looks amazing. I've watched some of the DC animated films and everything. I watched Flashpoint especially to kind of get to gripes with what Flashpoint is. And it was really good. I watched it twice. It was that good. The Doom That Came to Gotham, is this an adaptation of the comic? Is there a comic? Doom That Came to Gotham. Was that Swamp Thing? I think it was. Swamp Thing. Could have been Killer Croc. The Swamp Thing series was good. Shame they shut it down. I need to watch it actually, considering it's not that long. Also, what idiots are comparing Doctor Fate and Strange? Literally the only thing they have in common is magic. These people don't even comics or watch the movies and shows. I know that for a fact. Yeah, no, I agree. The only problem is that we were talking about how Warner Brothers are trying to copy the Marvel formula. So when they see a character like Dr. Fate, they go, oh yeah, just make him like Doctor Strange. That does happen. But I haven't seen the film, so I can't judge. Chaos San, have you ever seen any Indian movie? Ooh. Maybe. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I saw a bit of the Forrest Gump thing. Is it Lal Singh? But the honest answer is no. I guess that's the honest answer. Why have you got a suggestion for me? Has to be a good one though. Guy 59, gotta read the books before this comes out. And why the fuck don't they just make the animated movies HBO Max originals? The animated movies, Guy 59, don't waste your time with Black Adam. I have to watch it. I have to watch Black Shatman. I have to watch it. I cannot go on without seeing Black Adam, because the way people talk about it, and like, you know, it was going to be the new what was it The Rock said? The funny thing is that when The Rock was saying all this stuff, when he was like the hierarchy in the DC, that's it, the hierarchy in the DC universe is about to change forever, I laughed. And then as we got closer to the film and I started seeing some trailers, really good trailers and TV spots, I was like, maybe? But yeah, no. Oh god. Here's a compilation from unfortunate videos of The Rock saying it. Black Adam is a hodgepodge film. What does hodgepodge mean? Watch Blower teaser 2, please. Is this when you get me in trouble? No, I'm joking. I'll watch that in a minute, but let me just show this.
Now what you're going to see here is why the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. The hierarchy of power.
Oh yeah, during COVID. During COVID, they did this Times Square advertisement.
Is about to change.
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
Things will never be the same. Because the
You're right about that. Oh, you're right about that, Rock. God damn.
Things will never be the same. Because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
Yeah, it's James Gunn. Can you imagine James Gunn going up to this guy like, I'm the boss now. I am the hierarchy. He is technically James Gunn. Little wink, like, don't worry. I'll steal your money. Oh wait, no one came to see it. The hierarchy of the power in the DC universe changed. Yeah, no, it didn't. Well, it has, yeah, James Gunn. Blower 2, Teaser 2. Is it Teaser 2 you want me to watch? No worries. I will give that a watch now. Just for you, KR-san. Thank you for being on the stream today. I'm going to sign off in a minute. Okay, here we go. Is that how you... Boloa? Bola? Bola? Is that how you say it? Bola. Bola. Bola? I don't know. Let's watch this.
जो बाप 10 साल में गुड़िया ना दे पाया वो एक रात में दुनिया देने की सोच रहा है
Damn. Oh.
लोग ये क्यों भूल जाते हैं इस वर्दी के पीछे भी एक इंसान होता है
रक्त के भक्त हैं हम बना डालो इस थाने को शमशान
एक बार जब उसने रण को तिलक लगा दिया भूल जाता है उसके धड़ पे सब क्यों नहीं तू
आज नहीं आज मौत महाकाल को चढ़ा कर आया
Wow. Oh, it's in 3D. Ooh. Wow. Bloody hell, they just do it so much better, don't they? You guys, oh god. Like, is it known as Bollywood? Is that what they're known as? Great trailer, some fantastic gory action and everything. Looks great, KR-san. Thanks for recommending that. I'll definitely check it out. I need to check out Triple R as well, actually. I'll definitely check that out. But thanks for that suggestion. But again, thanks for just being in the chat and everything. I know we haven't talked about much, like in terms of news of the DC Studio stuff. But guys, tomorrow is the news. My first time I caught you live, enjoyed it. Oh, cheers, Kalel. Make sure you subscribe, like the video. Check out some of my other videos. Thanks, Joe. Oh, no worries, man. Remember, it's just Joe. That's just Joe. I still think it's the worst YouTube name I've come up with, but it's stuck in my head now. So I have to deal with. So to talk about just a couple of things. So go and hit the like. If you can subscribe, that would be great. Nearly at 200 subscribers. Going to be doing a special competition for when I hit 200 to get to 300. KR-san, bro, you're a good guy. Bye. Oh, cheers, KR-san. Have a good day. Wherever you all are. But just talk about a few things. Yeah, so hopefully a Black Adam watch video, first time watching video will be coming out. The hierarchy in the DC universe anyway. And tomorrow that's no longer happening. So yeah, we're going to be doing a video of that. On March 3rd or 4th, there's going to be a special The Batman 1 year anniversary video, where I will be taking you on a location tour of some of the locations for the Batman. That's already been filmed and everything. And also taking you through the Batman collection. I've got stuff in storage and everything that I'd like to get out and show. And just talk about the film in general. I'll probably do the live the same day that comes out. But guys, thank you so much for joining. I know not a lot has come out. Let's check Twitter one more time before we go. Because I feel like the journalists are gonna come out of the thing the presentation later and just tweet like, holy shit, and oh my god, you are not ready, and all this. I feel like that's what's going to happen. They're just going to tease us ordinary people as fans. We should be there. We should be there. But yeah, it's like, yeah, nothing's come out. But again, Dave Bautista has kind of announced one big thing, supposedly, is that James Gunn is starting from scratch with a new DCU, indicating that all current characters will be recast. What a time, hey? Unite the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unite the 7. There's no 7 people there. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to be in good hands with James Gunn, his DC plans going forward. I think we're going to be surprised. Hi, Derpy. Welcome back. We're just ending the stream, but thanks for coming back in. Hope you're doing all right. But just saying, DC Studios, not much news coming out, but I expect journalists to be tweeting. Can you guys still see me? I think I've lost connection. Oh, there we go. I think I'm back in. Back in. Am I back in? Just gonna check. But yeah, Derpy. Yeah, we got it back. Yeah, I think I'm back in. There we go. I'm back in. But I was just saying, journalists are gonna be tweeting tomorrow. You guys aren't ready, and you know, they're just gonna make us all jealous. But I think something will leak. Just checking, nothing's leaked so far. I think one of the things I'm definitely doing more in the future is action figure reviews and everything. We've got the Flash film coming out. The McFarlane leak that I saw recently looks incredible. I think I just spoke about that earlier. Some more of that. We've got the Dark Knight trilogy McFarlane figures coming out in the spring. Definitely doing a review of that. We're going to be talking more collection and everything. As I said, there'll be the Batman video talking about my collection. But I really want to talk about some of the stuff I get and everything. I want to give that a try. No, got nothing. Do you guys remember that when this image came out and someone was like, here's the leak? There it is. That's the leak. Oh my god, phase 1. Nah, joking. But it looks like we're getting no more news in the next few hours. But again, we got it back. Lou. Was that lol? Lol. I thought you went to the loo. So we don't need to know that, Derpy. We don't need to know when you went to the loo. Blurry, grainy picture taken in a hurry. It's always the case, isn't it, with these leakers and everything, isn't it, Kalel? It's just like, oh, man. But, yeah, guys, if you want to see a preview of the thumbnail for the DC Slate, that's coming out tomorrow, indefinitely now. James Gunn has 1 day to do it. This is the thumbnail. I've already got it prepared. Might have to make a few adjustments. But I think it's pretty good Photoshop. I mean, I'll get rid of me quickly. I think that's good. Any notes? Any notes, guys? You could be my PR team, all of you. But that'll be the thumbnail you see when we talk about the slate. I'm hoping I can do a live after the announcements. Kalal, perfect. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If I think the biggest surprise to me, if the Suicide Squad 2 gets announced, I will be laughing until its release. Hearing nothing, guys. Hearing nothing. Nope. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to come off this and James Gunn will go, are you ready? Oh, it's about to change the DC universe and everything. Ah! You need intro something like, finally, after 14 years of mockery, we got something positive at DC. What was the... what was the year? 14 years. 2009. Dark Knight Rises was alright, wasn't it? (2008). I thought Dark Knight Rises was good. That came out in 2012. That's when I saw that Man of Steel. 2008 Iron Man. That's the last good thing you're saying. We'll see. Anyway, guys, I think that is the video. I think that's our live stream done for tonight. But it's been a really good live stream. Thank you so much for everyone inputting and subscribing and liking the videos and everything. But this is the last time you see me now. I am a changed man tomorrow when we see the new DC Studio slate. I'm very, very excited. I'm saying since the DC has been poop. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's fair. But yeah, I'm very excited for the future of DC. And it's been Marvel blasting our cheeks. What does blasting our cheeks mean? But yeah, no, so a good stream. It's been good. But sorry there was no news really. We talked about a little bit what's happened today. But I know what's going to happen. I'm going to stop the stream and then journalists are going to be like, oops, I put this online. And then DC will panic and be like, we have to put everything online now. But I'm really hoping we get some sort of live stream or a video of this press event that's happening. Just make intro dramatic tomorrow. I've already done the intro. I've already done the intro. Would you all like to see? And also, it depends if it goes this way. This is just at a guess from all the news today and the past couple of weeks and everything that the DC is being rebooted. But I'll get this video up. But this is going to be the intro, or part of the intro into the video you guys will see tomorrow concerning the DC Studios announcement. God, I'm going to kind of regret showing this. I will play it back for you now. I don't know how to play it back. Help me out. No, I can't get it full screen. We need reshoots. Do it. We need reshoots. Alright, I'll show this on stream and then I'll be off. But here is the intro to my DC Studios video. Depending. This is if Gunn is just completely getting rid of the extended universe and rebooting all the characters and making a new one. Enjoy. Might cut that down. That's the DC Studios bus. You get the gist. So that's a little sneak preview of that for tomorrow. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna head off. But thank you so much for everyone tuning in. Look forward to talking about this news tomorrow. Hopefully can do it live. If not, there'll definitely be a video up. They just announced it. Don't say that. Don't say that. Liars. Liars. Don't lie to me. You can't do that. My heart just dropped. I knew you'd do that. Oh dear. Yeah, I feel we'll find out tomorrow. But anyway, guys, thank you. Don't do it again, Guy59. But guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a really good stream. I will see you tomorrow, either live or in a pre-recorded video, or both. You never know. But take care, and may the force be with you, or something like that. Bye, guys.